Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a drugstore makeup routine. I'm very excited to do this video because I feel like I do use a lot of drugstore products. I always have. I have developed like a lot of... I don't know why I keep having problems with my lighting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to do this video because I love drugstore products. There's so many good looks that you can create without having to obviously spend an arm and a leg. I'm also going to be talking about one amazing drugstore product that everyone is raving about, the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. God bless it. Okay guys, so to get started, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. I'm just going to spray that all over my face. I have extremely dry skin right now, so hopefully this kind of gives me like a nice little layer, you know. For primers, I couldn't really choose which one I wanted to use, so I decided I'm going to use two. So I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Waterdrop primer. This is in the scent, I think it's by scent, coconut. It smells like coconut. Yeah, this is coconut. This primer is supposed to hydrate and lock down moisture, so like I said before, I have very dry skin, so hopefully this is going to kind of moisturize. I'm going to be using a matte foundation on top, so they'll kind of balance each other out. Work it into my skin. The second primer that I'm going to be using today is the Milani Prime Light. I love this primer because I feel like it gives you like that nice glowy luminous finish. It has almost like a shimmer highlight to it, so I like to just go over my face in like the areas where I'm going to want like an extra highlight. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline SuperStay foundation in the shade Warm Nude. Honestly, I love this foundation. I have a lot of discoloration on my face, as you guys saw before, so I just feel like it pretty much took all of that away while still making me look natural. For concealer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Neutral. Before, I used to like do like a whole layer of concealer under my eyes. It didn't really work for me. It's like I have a lot of bags under my eyes, and I just find that like no matter what concealer I use, it won't set properly. Fine if I just do like a little bit here where like I have my dark circle, and then I just put a little bit over here on the side where I have like some hyperpigmentation. Kind of like lifts my face and like brightens it. So I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I'm going to be using the Rimmel London Stay Matte powder. This is lightweight, mattifying, and lasts up to 5 hours. I've used this probably for as long as I actually did my makeup. It's just whereas before I didn't really know how to use it, so I would just get a big brush, dip it, and pile it. You can do that. That's not how I choose to use it now. So I'm going to be using the shade Sandstorm. I'm just going to take this e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to use it to just set my under eye. I'll even go around like little areas that like got creased really easily. I just need a water break. Isn't she cute? Okay, now that my face is set, we get to move on to the fun part. For my contour, I'm going to be using the Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 300. It's very like warm, golden-y tone. Just gonna warm up my face. Just take my Morphe E4 brush. I'm just gonna start to lightly work it in. Ooh, it's a little more orange than I thought. So I'm just gonna slowly start to bring it into my contour. And I'm also gonna do a very like subtle nose contour. I don't want it to be too crazy. She says she doesn't want to be too crazy, but then honestly, this bronzer is great. Like if you want a really pigmented bronzer, this is your girl. I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and just kind of blend it out a little bit. It's a little bit too dark for my liking. My favorite bronzer to use on my nose is the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. It's not too light, it's not too dark, it looks very natural. So for today's highlight, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the shade Molten Gold. I'm just going to take this Real Techniques number 402 brush. I'm just going to highlight. Oh wow. I used to use this in high school. I don't know who told me to stop using it. I kind of want to do my blush as the last step of my makeup because I just don't really know where I want to go with my eyes yet, so that's going to like determine what shade of blush I use today. And then when I use it, it'll kind of bring the contour and the highlight together. I'm just gonna do my eyebrows. I'm gonna kind of fast forward this part just because my last video was literally an eyebrow routine. So you guys know what I do. But this is actually the Drugstore eyebrow pencil that I was talking to you guys about in the first video. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Dark Brunette. I don't know why I couldn't figure that out last time, but it's Dark Brunette. It's actually a very good dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I use the shade Ebony in that, and I find that this one's kind of similar. So I think I want my eyebrows like a little bit darker today. So this is the eyeshadow palette that I will be using. I don't have a brow powder from the drugstore. I just don't. I have the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo. That's the one I usually use. But I'm just going to use this dark brown color just to kind of give an extra little bit of darkness to my eyebrows. I'm going to just use my Morphe E29 angle brush. I'm just going to kind of like... What? Let's try this again. So I'm going to just feather it into my brows. I don't know why I keep screwing up this brow. Like, it's just like bound to happen at this point. Like, I just need to just leave it alone. Okay, we're gonna leave the brows alone now. They've had enough. So next is gonna be my eyeshadow. I don't want to do anything too crazy with my eyes today. So this is the Wet n Wild Not a Basic Peach palette. It's really pretty. You could do like more of like a toned down look. They have this like bright blue if you wanted to like brighten it up. Oh my god. Do not mind my nails right now. This is rude. I think I'm gonna go in with this copper rusty kind of like tone here. I'm gonna use this Morphe M433 brush, sorry. I'm just gonna kind of tap it into my eye first. I have very like hooded eyelids, so doing eyeshadow isn't always like the easiest thing to do. I'm slowly learning to master it. It's just a work in progress. I also have small eyes, so it just makes it a little bit harder to work with. So just the same on the other eye. So now I'm just gonna like slowly blend it. Just gonna take this Morphe M518 brush and I'm just gonna like diffuse the edges a little bit. So I'm going to use this same brush and I'm actually just going to go into this top shade right here. I'm just going to use that to blend the brow bone with the copper tone shade. I'm going to take this Morphe M422 brush. It's like an oval brush. I'm going to go back into that same beige transition shade right here. And I'm going to kind of use it to like cut the crease without actually cutting the crease, you know? I'm going to use this Morphe M330 brush right here, and I'm going to go back in with that copper tone shade and just apply it right where I cut that crease. Kind of darken it up a little bit. So I'm going to grab some of this shade right here. It's like a shimmery, pinky kind of tone. I'm just going to get this Morphe M124 brush. It's almost like I think it is a concealer brush. Or I'm going to use it to apply the shimmer. So I'm just going to get some MAC Fix Plus just to kind of wet the brush a little bit. I'm just going to take this and just pat it into this shade right here. And I'm just going to apply it to my lid. Not very pigmented. Maybe I need to wet it just a little bit more because I do want it to come off a little more shimmery and stronger. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. It looks really orange on camera, I find. But like from what I can see, it's like very fire pink. Put the two together and you have this color. So I'm going to go back in with the Morphe M330 brush. I'm just going to dip back into the copper tone, just like darken and just kind of bring the two of them together. So I'm also going to take this e.l.f. smudge brush right here. I'm just going to go right back into the copper shade. I'm just going to apply it to my lower lash line. And I'm going to get the Morphe M124 brush again. Go back into that shimmer shade. I'm just gonna apply a very little amount to the center, just to kind of make it pop. So I'm gonna go back with my Maybelline Master Comb in Molten Gold. I'm just gonna apply it to the inner corner. Honestly, this really went from like, nothing too crazy to like, boom. Next, I'm going to be doing my mascara, and I am so excited because I'm just going to let it focus because, oh my goodness. I have been waiting a very long time for this, and I'm sure many people have. So this is also a first impressions on this mascara. I'm going to see how it is, see if I like it. I don't doubt that I will. So this is the Maybelline New York Lash Sensational Sky High mascara that has been raved about on probably every single social media platform that there is. Let's just see how good this mascara really is, okay? I love this brush. It's so easy to work with. I'm gonna go in with a second coat. Like, do I even want to wear lashes right now? I don't even think so, to be quite honest with you. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm gonna do my bottom lashes now. I'm not putting lashes on today, I already said that. Nope. So lastly, what I want to do to my eyes is take the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk. Okay, so now I can see that it just like really opened up my eyes and kind of just made them like pop. What I'm going to do is just go in with this e.l.f. blush. I finally decided which one I'm going to use. This is in Always Cheeky. I'm going to just get this Real Techniques 400 blush brush. I'm going to just lightly feather it over my cheekbones. Okay, so lastly, I'm just going to do my lips. So I'm going to first line my lips with the NYX Retractable Lip Liner in the shade, this is the shade Nude. I'm just going to outline them. Okay, so next I'm going to use the Maybelline SuperStay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick in the shade Driver. Oh, I love this color. So last but not least, I am just going to go in with my Maybelline Glass Spray and just let it kind of do its thing. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And leave any comments down below that you may have, any recommendations that you may have for any more drugstore products. Do not forget to hit the bell right beside the subscribe button down below to be notified every single time I post a new video. Thanks guys, and see you next time.